Hey everybody, it's Heather Kay from the creator of an online support group for family and friends called Cupcakes Anonymous. Today's message is today's day 51. So I'm officially over 50% of my journey. The batteries broke on my scale this morning. So I've kind of been running into a little bit of weird kind of luck. According to my weigh-in at the community contest in 2 weeks, I've actually had a 3.6 gain. I don't know how I did from last week or what the week truly cost because, not that I need any excuses, but what do you think about my phone? All my information was on here. I take pictures of my weight and I record it, but I didn't record last week, so you're going to forgive me if I have absolutely no idea how I did. So 3.6 in 2 weeks, considering that I just came from a 2 nights, 3 days food extravaganza. It even came complete with a little gift. It's jam, strawberry jam. And I'm not sure why this was given to me. I said, won't you keep it? It's like, well, no, I'm diabetic. Well, I'm diabetic too. So I took the gift because, like, well, you don't want my gift? It's like, of course I want your gift. I may make a cake for my family, put, 2-piece cake together with jam. It is delicious jam. I give you that. And it may be, I don't like rewarding myself with food, but maybe at the end of this 100-day, I might celebrate with some homemade toast, some jam. Oh, do I ever love food. So I got 3.6 gain. It's like, I'm going back up the ladder. And so last night I went for a walk. And so I think this video should be a little bit of a recap because we have to keep reminding ourselves to get back on track, get back on track, get back on track. How do you get back on track? Well, it's quite easy. You need to have your meals paced out. You need your 3 squares of the meals, breakfast, lunch, and supper. In my case, I'm still doing 2 snacks a day because being diabetic, you need smaller meals more often. Not everybody has that. And like I said, you need 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. I know people who drink way more, but why? I mean, unless you're really used to sweating a lot and need to replace the water in your system, I think 6 to 8 is fine. I know people drink 4 liters, and it's like, you don't want to drown. Or, I drank so much water one time before that I walked around and it was like, squish, squish, squish. I could hear it squishing. So, moderate exercise. So, I did go for a walk last night. And it was hard because, as you know, I was sick for 3 weeks, and I think I managed to walk once a week. And then when I did walk, I took horrible leg cramps. I mean, they were so painful, and it's like, for anybody who has to restart their journey into becoming fit, it is not easy to get out there and move. But I promise you, that only happened one day. One day that, and if I let that be the deciding factor for me getting back out there again, this horrible leg cramps, it's like I would never ever go back out there again. And so, what am I thinking is that you think that you're not capable of movement. Well, you are. Your bodies are designed to move. So when I go back to the basics, what else do I need to do? I find that this board helps me a lot. I record my water, my food, my daily activity, and I give myself a reward sticker for a job well done at the end of the day and for not wanting to eat at night. And last night, surprisingly, I didn't have any cravings at all, considering I just came off this long weekend of food extravaganza. And I knew my weight would be up. And so right now, I did not need a vacation in the middle of this 100-day journey. But what do you do when you get a gift? You say thank you. And you deal with it. And I know from me being a food addict, I just finished watching 2 food videos on Facebook. It's like, why do I do that to myself? It's like a cat looking out the window at a bird. It's like that. And it's like, it's like, I even tell my friends, please don't post those. And I try to share as many of the healthy videos that I can and cooking healthy food. And then along comes my friends who are in my group, and they post this yummy, tasty, delicious stuff. And a year ago, I even deleted every one I could possibly find to realize that it just didn't work. The more you delete, the more that come around. So you just gotta either sit there and watch the video or say not today. And I caught myself just now saying, why am I doing this? And I need to own it. I don't cook with croissants and make little omelets inside of them, and I don't bake these large chicken tortillas with big tortilla chips, not tortilla chips, but nacho chips. I don't cook like this. And why do I want to watch it? And I gotta like retrain your brain to program it to say that's garbage. And you know what? One time I was that way. I went to a restaurant and I said, "What's the healthiest thing you have here?" Because I was out without no supper, and my meeting went longer than I thought. And the guy looked at me and whispered, he says, "There's nothing healthy here. We're not allowed to tell you that." So, and sometimes when I know I'm in the right mind frame, I would say, this is all garbage. I can't have any of it. So that's what we need to do is reprogram our brain to why we're on this journey. Like listen to me, for instance, I need to go to retrain myself because I'm in a competition. I'm in a competition that I'd like to win. I'd like a competition that if I don't win first place, second or third, it'll be fine. The past two competitions, I came in fourth, and the reason why was my frame of mind. My frame of mind was I just could not get back on there, and right now, I caught myself slipping backwards just now because I went away for the weekend, and I cannot go to a restaurant and eat responsibly. The only way I can eat responsibly is if I cook it and I know what's in it, and that's where I need to stay. And because when everybody says, "Oh, go ahead, you deserve a treat," well, I've had my share of treats. I have enough treats now to last me for this whole 100 days. I still now after today, 49 days to go, and I guess it's about 5 weeks. I still can have some tremendous success. You do realize that my goal, even though I went backwards, still is attainable. Like if you think about where I came from, a couple years ago when I entered a contest, I was over 220 pounds. And I remember being 240. And I believe I stopped looking at the scale, I reached 260. And by the time I reached my goal weight, I don't know my exact number. I do know that I'm 100 pounds, or was 100 pounds overweight. And if it wasn't 100, it was at least over 100. It was not under 100 that I had to lose. So that's why I'm saying I might have something to say about this. So like I said, I'm at the tail end of my journey, and they're always saying this is the hardest to get through the end journey. And that's why I want to do 100 days maintaining, because being a yo-yo, sometimes when I'm in contest and I lose the weight, when I'm done winning, you're so proud. And then you think, oh, I can have that treat. I can have that. And then you realize that is slipping back to your old life, and your old life is what got you in trouble. Now, my life has changed dramatically, but I'm not happy at maintaining this weight. I'm still over 180 pounds, and I'm not 5'5". I'm like 5'4 3/4. Let's say I'm 5'4 1/2. So I do want to achieve like the 150s, and I wouldn't mind being that way. And I remember one time I was 130 back in high school, and I gained 30 pounds at 160, and I thought that was so huge. Now, by today's standard, I'm the same height I was. To be 160 would be extremely thin. It's like the perception of it, right? And when you've been overweight, your mind is still thinking you're this big person, and that's a really hard thing to overcome. And I wish I was the person who did not like food. And so this is where my transition is to change my life, to change your lifestyle to where you want it. And what I want to have is nutritious, abundant food that is not interfering with my goals. So a lot of people will say, well, you're not this, you're not that. And I'm thinking, but I'm trying to be better. And I don't like the word try, because I am going to be better. It's just that I need to learn about this stuff. And for instance, right now, I put aside being vegan. I'm only a transition in vegan because I don't eat beef, I don't eat chicken, I do eat seafood, and I have to stay there until I learn how to become vegan because I do need my protein and I do need my nutrients. Multivitamin just doesn't cut it. And the reason why is because you don't want to run low on your B12 or your proteins. You must maintain a balance. And right now, I want to lose weight, and I don't want to be a person who is suffering from any food disorders. I don't want to be a person who is suffering from any vitamin deficiencies. I do not want to go back onto my medication for high blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes because I'm off that now. And I just, like I said, I struggle with food, and this is why I write these videos, because I struggle and I'm back on track. I enjoyed the past few days, and that's my problem, is I enjoy food too much. So here I am. I have no choice but to be back on track because I'm accountable to everybody here for the next 49 days, and there can't be any other vacations. The only thing I do allow myself is my Friday reward meal. One meal, 1 day a week, 1 day off. And so my health is back on track. I did have a horrible flu, and I did have the flu shot. And it's just a guessing game anyway. So what I've done is I've reviewed where I've been the past week. My water was low because I drank more coffee, which I have to really limit myself to just morning because I love coffee. I don't know why I do, but I do. And I do love water. I just need to drink more of it, and you need to count it. Like this here, this is 2 cups. So I need 6 to 8. So 4.5 of them. Also I found out that my carbonated water is something I can't drink at night. As much as I love drinking it at night because it fills your stomach, it makes you use the washroom far too much. I mean, really makes you go. So I think I might enjoy that maybe mid-afternoon to go with my maybe supper or lunch. I'm going to enjoy it that time during the day and just go back to plain water just because of the way my body reacts to it. So I know this video is a little bit long, but it's just kind of meant as a recap to get myself in the proper mind frame where I need to be. Sorry for making it so long. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.